So on 23rd December, 5 days back, uh, there had been a meeting between Brigadier retired Abdullah Aman Azmi of Bangladesh, who is the son of Ghulam Azam, who was a notorious Jamaat-e-Islam Amir who fled to Pakistan during 1971 war, and his son actually has been touted by ISI Pakistan uh, to lead the coup of Bangladesh army. There was a meeting on 23rd December around 2 p.m. in in Banani Officers Housing Scheme apartment uh, in Dhaka at 2 p.m. with Brigadier Aman Azmi, as well as there was five ISI officials, couple of diplomats from Bangladesh, including the senior diplomat of Bangladesh, and also there was four uh, senior diplomats from Pakistan, and one of them is the current High Commissioner in Bangladesh for Pakistan. So, what was the meeting? Let's see what was the meeting. Uh, what we have gathered from intel source, both from the OSINT and from the raw intelligence, because this one piece of information has been uh, published in one media, that the son of former Ghulam Azam, who is a Jamaat Islami Amir, actually had a meeting on 23rd December, and Brigadier Azmi met Pakistan Deputy High Commissioner Muhammad Asif, right, at his Banani officers housing scheme at 2 p.m. Like, what was the reason behind this meeting? Obviously, there are two primary objective of the meeting, right? In fact, three primary objective of the meeting. The first objective of the meeting is that the current Home Ministry advisor's post is vacant right now, and there has been a pressure from Pakistan, both ISI and Pakistan Army, to put or to position Brigadiers Abdullah Aman Azmi as their Home Minister advisor post before the election, so that Asim Munir can actually control the election. That's one of the objective what in that meeting, or the outcome they wanted in that meeting. The second objective of the meeting was to create or restructure the current army of Bangladesh, and uh, to initiate a coup within Bangladesh army, because the current army chief of Bangladesh, Badruzaman, is obviously democratically elected, and he has been more matured in handling the entire crisis. And since he actually believes in democracy, that's why Pakistan ISI is unable to tilt him towards the Islamist forces. When I say Islamist forces, Jamaat and obviously Pakistan, and Jamaat is the front end of Pakistan ISI, right? That's what we know. So the second objective is to create a separate structure, a parallel structure, power structure within Bangladesh army, which was actually being, which like last 1 year back they have tried to do that, but somehow the intelligence as well as US pressure has actually didn't allow that to happen. And since the current army chief of Bangladesh is quite strong in his overall control, that couldn't be done. That coup couldn't be done. But this is a coup which is being more systematic in nature, where they are trying to create two parallel structure. One structure is within the Brigadier Abdulil Aman Azmi, who is a retired general, and he will do all those front ending, and he will try to create those parallel structure within the army faction and try to pull them in for Bangladesh. Right? That's what the objective number two. So I will come all this. I will discuss all this objective. And objective number three uh, is to create or activate the old, I will say that they were used to have when there was Jamaat and then Jamaat coalition with BNP, and before that there was six axis where there was a lot of indoctrination and terrorist camps that were built. And mm, when Sheikh Hasina came, she actually dismantled all of them. And there's a consistent uh, consistent discussion going on between Pakistan military ISI and the Jamaat and some faction of uh, Bangladesh army to create or reactivate those camps and radicalization center and micro camps. They're calling it micro camps and radicalization center so that they can inflict terrorism. They can actually put infiltrate they will enable the infiltration of the terrorists in India across all directions, like across six axes they have identified, right? Some axis connecting to the northeast and some axis connecting to Bengal and Bihar, right? Now, if we see this, the current screenshot, it is showing this is where the meeting happened, Army Officers Club. This is the Army Officers Club. This is where the meeting happened between ISI, Pakistan diplomats and Bangladesh diplomats. And obviously, you have Brigadier's retired Abdul Hil Aman Azmi, who is touted as the front end person from the ISI and Asim Munir. This is the person I'm looking. This is retired Aman Azmi. This is the person I am showing in the right hand side, who has been identified as the frontman from the ISI and Pakistan side, and this is his father who had left Bangladesh during 1971 war. He is from Jamaat-e-Islam, right? Now, coming to again the coup part, right? Now, what is that coup? So, what has happened? Like, if you see a couple of reports that is coming from the intelligence domain and also from the OSINT domain, there was one or two person who was the vendor and tea stall, the person who sells tea and also sells snack, actually reported there were four ISI guys staying in apartment, right? Four apartments. So I am showing it in the diagram. This is the apartment number. I have given you the apartment number G412, G413, G521, G51 512. So these are the apartment where 6 to 8 ISI officers along with Pak Army officers are staying. Um, Mostly the 6 to 8 ISI officers are staying in this apartment, this entire four apartments in this building. So I've identified that building, which is in the Defense Officers Housing Scheme (DOHS) in Baridhara Mosque near Baridhara. This is the Baridhara scheme, right? So that's what ISI guys are staying. And what they want, obviously, the I told about the bigger perspective. The security agencies are trying to keep a close watch on the development where Bangladesh, as a radical, they're trying to build National Armed Reserve (NAR) is set to come up, and ISI is helping them to develop that, and some faction of uh, Bangladesh army who is being supported by Jamaat. So they are trying to create around 8,800 radicalized youth of Bangladesh, and aim would be to control the country by imposing Sharia law. But their larger imposition is that they want to put these people into army so that there will be a parallel structure which will be created within army. The NAR is being set up to replace the police in the country. This unit will ensure the strict implementation of Sharia law. Currently, there are many within the army, including its chief General Wakar Uzzaman, who feel that Bangladesh should be run democratic. And this is the problem. This is the problem for last 1.5 years. They're finding after August that it's very difficult to replace Wakar Uzzaman because he has a lot of stronghold within Bangladesh army. This is the reason why ISI is trying to restructure the army and put people who are loyal to Pakistan at the helm. And Pakistan has identified Brigadier retired Abdullah Aman Azmi to oversee the process. So this is one of the core objectives, like creation of NAR, and actually indirectly creating a separate parallel structure within army, and finally having a coup, army coup. And this is more systematic process, and this is not a process which is overnightly done. So it will take some time. So this is one of the area where the objective of the meeting was. Who were the person who were in the meeting? Let me just put that here. This is from the Pakistan diplomatic regime. So H.E. Said Abdul Ahmed Maruf, he was the former High Commissioner at Bangladesh. And if you remember that he left unceremoniously in May 2025 because of honey trap from Saudi, uh, and he was recalled by Pakistan. So Asim Munir has given him again an opportunity to be in Pakistan, and he is stationed in Pakistan right now. So he's currently stationed in Pakistan. The second person is H.E. Imran Haider. He's currently the High Commissioner to Bangladesh, so he's overseeing all those things. The third person is Muhammad Wasi, Deputy High Commissioner, Senior Diplomat, and he's also he was the ex before ex diplomat from Canada, and also now serves as the Deputy High Commissioner in Dhaka. Right. So that this is what I know from this for this person. Other senior diplomat staffs are Brigadiers Muhammad Imran Yusuf. This is very important. Brigadier Muhammad Imran Yusuf was actually a person who was positioned in Maldives a couple of years ago to build anti-India narrative. The same person was actually put in UK to lobby against India. So this person is slightly has a different capability to create lobby, to create anti-India narrative, which actually we have seen in Maldives as well as some degree in UK. So this is from the diplomatic domain. Who were from the ISI? So these are the people who were from the ISI in that meeting: Lieutenant General Asim Malik, Major General Shahid Amir Afsar, Major General Alam Amir Awan, and Muhammad Usman Latif. I have also provided in this slide they have divided the responsibility of these ISI official, and I have put those in this green color, right? So Lieutenant General Asim Malik, he will actually uh, be the overall. He is the overall lead of ISI. So he will oversee the process from Pakistan, and he will occasionally visit Bangladesh. There's a Major General Shahid Amir Afsar. He has been tasked to set up the NAR and restructuring of pro-Pak Bangladesh army. This is where this person is the larger objective of Pakistan to set up NAR within Bangladesh and restructure or create a systematic coup, right? So this is what his responsibility is. Then Major General Alam Amirawan, what we know is that he has been given or tasked with setup of camps, terrorist camps, and training and logistics. So this is what he has. Then Muhammad Usman Latif, he is from SSG Special Service Group in the delegation, and his area of responsibility is training for the militants, special training, mostly the commando trainings for the terrorists, setting up of special guerrilla warfare unit opposite to Indian chicken neck. So this is very critical. So this person has been tasked to set up special guerrilla warfare unit in Bangladesh opposite to Indian chicken neck. So this is Muhammad Usman Latif has been tasked for that. So this is what that meeting is all about, and the people who were there in that meeting, and the area of responsibility has been given. Now let us discuss about, according to my investigation, what are those axes, different axes on which they are reactivating the terrorist camps, and also the I will say the radicalization camps. Let's call it radicalization camp. Let's call it indoctrination camp, and also training camps, right, for the terrorists. And obviously, those camps will be later used for pushing terrorists or infiltration of terrorists within Indian across Indian border within India, right? So that's what. Let's see what those. The first axis is, I have put 1A and 1B. It is called Northeast India Interface. Maimen Singh and one is Tripura Kumilla uh, Brahmanbaria axis. This is where the first axis, the old axis, they are trying to reactivate, and this being used initially for in the past history. This was more effective for them, where the Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh (JMB) will own this entire axis. Indian side is Tripura, so it's urban concealment, potential proximity to Agartala. So this is the axis where they will infiltrate into Agartala. Threat patterns are transit, documentation, ideological interest. No evidence of active camps today, but this has been identified in the meeting as the axis to be reactivated. Though this data I have provided that the network is not there right now, but this is one of the axes they are trying to reactivate. Let's go and this is what, whenever I provide you the axis, I will also give my satellite data where they are creating the axis. So this is the Mymensing axis, and when I put this red circle, this is the NAR they are trying to set up. So these are the doctrination camp or the terror camps. There will be, it is near Munsirhat Fazil Madrasa. This is Munsirhat Hanali Mosque and Jama Mosque, and this is the NAR unit they are trying to set up. So this will be initiated for training purpose, and this is the NAR. So whenever I am showing anything with the red circle, it is the NAR, the unit they are trying to form, right? So let's go to the second axis, 1B, which is the Tripura Kumilla Brahmanbari axis. This is near Bilghar, and this Bilghar, not Para Jama Masjid. This is the area where they are trying to set up the indoctrination camp. This is another area they are trying to set up the training camps, and this is the NAR, which will oversee the entire thing, right? So they're building military camps, small military camps, or proxy military camps to oversee the terrorist camp. So this is their modus of operandi. The second axis is Assam, Sylhet, Maulibajar corridor. The risk profile is medium to high because of demographics. Bangladesh side, Sylhet, Maulibajar, historical safe house. We have seen that these were used as a safe house. Online sale linked to, these were linked to Asarullah Bangla team on the Indian side, but these were actually ABT, right? And India side, it was Barak Valley district of Assam. So this axis they are trying to reactivate again, and they have given that to Jamaat to reactivate. And initially, last in the history, we have seen these were mostly sleeper cell style organization. They are trying to create more into the radicalized unit, right? So this is what the axis number 2. And again, I am showing you where this the core center of the axis 2 will have. So it will be in Tilabari radicalization camp in Maulibazar. This is where the Tilabari Jama Masjid is that, and they want to. This will be the hub for the entire radicalization, and they have taken some of the area. They have identified some of the areas here and on the right hand side and the left hand side to do those trainings. And again, you see that we have uh, uh, the new unit that has to come, right? I always forget the unit NAR, right? So NAR has to. So this is where the NAR will be formed. Uh, let's see the third axis. It's called Meghalaya Sunamganj Habibganj belt. This is Sunamganj. This is the Sunamganj Habibganj belt from where the infiltration happened in the past, and it was like wetland. How region complicate surveillance. It's very difficult to complicate to have a very concrete surveillance. Indian side is the southeast Khasi Hill in Meghalaya. So this is opening in Meghalaya. So they want to push terrorists into Meghalaya, right? And the current threat patterns, smuggling overlaps, temporary hideouts rather than fixed training camps. So these were the existing system or the existing axis, and they want to reactivate these into terror camps and the proper systematic radicalization unit, right? I have also identified that where it will be set up. Sumanganj is the area. So this is the Sumanganj, Purva Bazar Jama Masjid, Sumanganj. And this is the area where they have identified the RAB. So this is where the RAB will be created. NAV will be created. So you see that there is a similar pattern that they are trying to activate the uh, uh, old uh, terror axis, which they have used in 2001, 2006, up to 2006. After 2006, when Sheikh Hasina came, it was dismantled. Now they're trying to revive those, but they are not only reviving those, but they are also creating a systematic terror camps, systematic training modules, and also to oversee the training model, there will be NARs, right? Right. So that's the overall story of this entire thing. Now let's come to the fourth axis, which is Mizoram, like Mizoram Chattogram Hill Tract (CHT) axis. It was originally being managed by Harkatul Jihad al Islami Bangladesh (HUJIB). So Indian side is Mizoram. uh, Threat pattern past training zone dismantled by obviously Sheikh Hasina. Current concern is external spillover during regional instability. So we have seen during last 1 year there has been some degree of arms uh, smuggling into Mizoram. So that's the concern, and obviously they will reactivate this entire axis to create a more systematic threat to India, right? I don't have any data on the Axis 4 where I can prove that or give evidence on the terror camps. Let's go to the Axis number 5, which is West Bengal, Khulna, Rajshahi, Dinajpur, contextual to northeast. So again, this Rajshahi belt, it is here. If that thing has to be seen, this is here in the West Bengal border side. Rajshahi belt. Earlier, the influence was JNB influence. Trade pattern as a gateway affecting the northeast supply chain. It also affects the chicken neck and acts. It's a radical propaganda and financial channel for more relevant than camp. So in during the demonetization period, when Modi did demonetization, most of the cash smuggling happened from this axis, right? So this is one of the axes they are trying to reactivate, and obviously the supply chain and logistic is one of the core important like objective from this axis, apart from the terrorist infiltration. Now, where we are seeing that radicalization camps at Rajshahi. So again, there's an NAB cell there, and then this is Rajshahi Darus Sunahara Dakil Madrasa. There is one madrasa that's been identified, and there's a couple of madrasa which has been identified, and this is where the NAB cell has been identified that they will activate the NAB cell and oversee the entire training process and the radicalization camps. Right. This is what I understood. Uh, and there are few other two axes, which has been obviously which has been uh, created of late, which was not there during 2001 2006, but which has been created of late, is Murshidabad district and Malda. These are the currently the most happening place for um, uh, human trafficking from Bangladesh, infiltration, and some arms smuggling. And they want to create this new access into again the terror hubs and terror network and also infiltration route, right? Network. So Jamatul Mujahideen Bangladesh has been given the task for this, though there has been some arrests during Sheikh Hasina's time, but they have been given this task, and also we have seen a lot of demonetization smuggling happen through this network, right? Used for infiltration and shelter, not overt violence, but we will be seeing more and more uh, using of this or usage of this axis to create a more concrete and systematic terror network, right? Same thing happens in the Malda district, act as a transit for regrouping zone, proximity to Bangladesh roaded. Multiple NIA cases have been cited in Malda on a staging area, often linked to radical features, Hawala and documentary forgery network. So this two network has been created post 2001, and these are currently being identified to create a more systematic axis, terror axis like 1 to 4, right? I've shown 1 to 4 where it was more concentrated during uh, when we had those northeast separatist movement, right? 80s, 90s, then 2000, we had a lot of northeast. Alpha is one of them, obviously. So these axis 1, 2, 3, 4 has been used by Pakistan, ISI, to create those separatist movement. And add to that, we are seeing that Murshidabad district, Murshidabad and Malda are a couple of new tracks that are being created to to use that as a network. So as I planned, I'm taking the how they used to cross Indian border. Islampur is the hub. Currently, I'm saying what is being how it is being done. So this side on the right hand side you have the Bangladesh, and the left hand side you have India. There, these are the staging areas you have. It is between Bagha and Yusufpur, and this is the border. This is the Bangladesh India border, and Narsinghpur is one of the spoke or the one of the staging area or so not the staging area. This is the staging area, and you have a near Rajshahi, another staging area. So they are sending people or human trafficking and arms smuggling to this Katlamari and also Narsinghpur, and these two then joins the supply chain into Islampur. So all this happening, and Islampur is the main hub for this entire network. So that will this whatever yellow line I have shown, this is currently being used for arms smuggling, human trafficking, and other things. But these are being visioned by Pakistan to create a network of infiltration. So terrorism will come through this path, right? So this is one area which I have analyzed from the OSINT data, and different analysts I have asked, and this is what we found. So I am using many of the Bangladesh analysts also, and also Indian analysts, right? There were some analysts in Northeast also. I have contacted, and this is another network. If I'm not wrong, so this is near Chicken Neck. This is near Chicken Neck, and this is in the this side is Bangladesh, and this side is India, and Meherpur is one of the staging area, and Porsha is another staging area. So human trafficking, arms smuggling, and everything is coming via this route, and it is coming in Singhabad in India. Same thing happening, and from Singhabad it is going to Habibpur, and then it is going to different directions. So this is Indian staging area, and this is the hub, and these are Bangladesh staging area. So this path or these routes of this network will also be used as the future terror network hub, right? There are other three axes that they are trying to create, ISI. One is North Chabis Pargana. So they are trying to create one in North Chabis Pargana. Currently, I have given what is happening in this area. Um, Mostly infiltration and also fake Aadhaar, voter IDs, and financial, logistic, and recruitment. So this is what we have seen in this, but slowly it uh, will be within the network of terrorism, right? Then there's a South Chabis Pargana, Sundarban area, Delta terrain, illegal crossing under cover of fishing. So this what we are seeing currently, but this will again be a more complicated like Gujarat, right? You see a Gujarat or the Creek region how they are trying to infiltrate terrorists. So we'll see the similar kind of model here. The 10th one is the Coach Bihar district, northern corridor near Assam. Currently, we are seeing smuggling and transit that direct terror strike, security concern, rise with connectivity of northeast India. And this, again, they are trying to create it as a more systematic terror routes, right? Terror. So, in summary, obviously, there are 1A, 1B, and 6. So there are seven existing dormant network or axis they are trying to reactivate. Then two network which is more functioning as mostly which I told about the Murshidabad and Malda. These two are being more matured network for other purpose, like more of a terror financing and arms smuggle and human trafficking, and they are trying to build it as more of a infiltration network, right? And three other I shown, North Chabis Pargana, South Chabis Pargana, and Coach Bihar. These are very uh, newly formed network of again different type of uh, different type of crimes, but they will create this into a more concrete network. So this is all I have from this overall um, podcast. And I know that these data are very sensitive in nature. Today, I have shown some of the Indian part of the data. So uh, I guess because I know that Indian security establishment are very well aware of this information and they are looking into that. It's not that I'm putting from that perspective. So, but these are happening, and obviously, this meeting on December 23rd has actually sent alarm bell to Indian establishment, security apparatus, and also to the army, into also the BSF. So this is an area, though we are trying to build a shield where we are building a more ring fencing the entire boundary. But there are porous area where they are trying to create the networks or try to change the network, whatever be it. But that has to be uh, thought of. Like we have to think about those things, and I guess Indian Army, Indian intelligence, and also the larger security apparatus is looking into that and hope for the best. Thanks for watching this podcast. Good night.